Hi everyone, my name is Eva Grey Katoma from Greatest Design Consult. Welcome to this episode. On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to actually come about your floor finishes and your ceiling. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Right, so all I need to do now is to come here under my superstructure. So on my superstructure, you see finishes. So I'll come to floor and ceiling finishes. Okay, so if I click on this, a menu like this will come up for me. So you can see this, we have floor finishes, floor finishing internal, and then floor finishing external. So however, if you want to do the floor finishing for internal, you can pick that of internal. For external, you pick that of external. Okay, so the process is the same. All you need to do is just to click on it and you click on this point here. Now mind you, your drawing has to always be on scale. Okay, so to scale, it will scale it for you. So basically all I need to do now is to click on OK, because my drawings has already been scaled. So I will click on OK. So once I click on OK, here now you can see this is a room here, and then I have a toilet here. Okay, so this is more like the box room or dressing room, or however you want to call it. So I can pick it internally, pick my point, and I'll bring it here. And if I want to end this, I will just double click. So you can see what I have here now is 17.03. So it's similarly for all of them. So if I want to do for this, I will just follow the prompt, and then I will double click. So the moment I do my measurement or I take off this, you will see it reflecting here. You can see my floor finishing here is 23.5 square meter. Okay, so when you sum up this with this, will give you 23. Okay, so everything now is 23.5 approximately. So if I take off this, and I'll double click, so you realize that the value has actually changed here. So this is now 26.4, which is actually my floor finishes. So however, you can do similarly for all of them. So it's the same process. All you need to do is just to click, and you stretch to the last point, and it goes with you. So to do that of the next thing I would like us to go into is that of our lintel. Okay, so let's go to our lintel. So like you know, the lintel is actually made of concrete. So if you come to your superstructure, you will see concrete works. So if I click on concrete in lintel, so all I need to do now is to click on this, and then it will come up. So when it comes up for us like this, all you need to do is to specify the width of the lintel. You specify the depth of that lintel, and if If you are not satisfied, you can specify any depth. However, you don't have to use the preset one. Okay. The extension, is it extending? So I can use this. So it will be 460 extension, and then I'll click on OK. So once I click on OK, now I will go around where I have my opening, where I know I'm supposed to have a lintel. Okay, so I'm supposed to have a lintel here. I can just drop this here, and I will double click. So I have, and I will double click. So I have one here, and I will double click. So however, this is basically how to come about that lintel. Now if you look at this from the left hand corner of my screen at the top here, you realize that that has been taken off. So this is 0.6 cubic meters so far, based on what we have take off. Now if you come to takeoff summary, now if you come to your takeoff summary, let's go down to lintel. You can see lintel here at this point. Now you know, since lintel is made of reinforced concrete, you see the formwork in the lintel, reinforcement in the lintel, all of that information can actually be taken. So all I need to do now is to just click on any of this. So if I want to take off for the reinforcement in the lintel, all I need to do is just to double click on it, and you will see that come up. Okay, so let's look at this from here. You can see this is the properties. I can specify the diameter of the reinforcement that should be in the lintel, the width of my of the reinforcement, the number of straight bars. Okay, so I will have to specify the cover. So this will actually, most times you can pick all of this information from the structural design itself. Okay, so the structural design is there to actually guide you on what to do. So it helps you to know how many number of reinforcement at the top, at the bottom, and all of that. Although most times the structural design doesn't really show lintel. The number of cover, we have 2. So this is just like a mark showing, indicating that this is number. Okay, so the number of the bends, and then the number of bends you specify, and then the extension is 0.46. So that is that. Once you are done with this information, you can just click on OK, and that information will be generated automatically. So this one now is actually supposed to be for the links. So you can see this is reinforcement lintel, this is for our stirrups. So the diameter of the reinforcement, let's say it's y10, center to center, that is the spacing. What spacing is that? The spacing of the reinforcement, that you can also consult the structural engineer for that. But let's say the spacing is 250, and then the concrete cover is actually 0.05, and the hooks, let's say, let's just pick this. But all of this information are gotten from the engineer is supposed to guide you proper on what to do on the distance that should be. Okay, so that is that. All you need to do now is just to click on OK. So that is that. So as you can see for yourself, the software automatically generates for you the form work that will be needed in this particular project based on what we have taken off. Now it's telling us that the width of the form work is 0.68, and then the total length will be 8.55. okay, so that is actually very great. All right, so I will see you in the next episode.